Good morning, friends. So it is now officially August, and I don't care what anyone says. This to me is the start of fall. It's still 100 degrees outside, but we are going to start our cozy season right now. And I want to show you how to make homemade cinnamon rolls, which I promise are so easy to make. They're so simple. You'll walk away from this video feeling like, why have I never made these before? And I just can't think of a single thing in the world cozier than cinnamon rolls. So let's get started. I'm gonna start by just putting half a cup of warm water in the bowl. And don't overthink this because people get freaked out about yeast. Just make it like as warm as a really warm bath, but without like a sting of hotness to the water. But you don't have to use a thermometer or overthink this at all. Then I just use 2 teaspoons plus 1/4 teaspoon of yeast. And I'm going to whisk that together. We'll let that sit for about 5 minutes. This is the yeast that I use in the jar, but you can just get an envelope if you want, and it's the same, just 2 1/4 teaspoons. Next, we'll just add the rest of our ingredients. I'm going to do a 1/4 cup of white sugar and half a cup of warm milk. All I do to just make it the right temperature is I microwave it for 30 or 40 seconds. That's it. I will do a teaspoon of salt and 1 egg. And then lastly, I'll do 1/3 cup of butter, which is marked on your handy little butter sheet. And I want this softened. I didn't set it out earlier, so I'm just gonna stick it in the microwave for like 15 seconds and then 5-second increments until it gets soft, but not melted. So I'll put the butter in and give it a good whisk, and then we'll add 3 1/2 cups of flour. And once that's kind of come together, I'm just gonna knead it by hand for about 5 minutes. I'm gonna keep it in the bowl just because I can't be bothered to make more mess with flour on my counter. If it becomes like so sticky that you can't even manage it, you can add a little bit more flour, but try not to, because the more flour you add, the tougher the cinnamon rolls are gonna get. If you can keep it like right at 3 1/2 cups, the cinnamon rolls are gonna be super fluffy and soft and just perfectly delicious. If this is your first time making like a yeast dough, cinnamon rolls are so nice because the dough is so just soft and pliant and so pleasurable to work with. And it's a little bit messy, but I always just find myself relaxing. Sometimes I think, I don't feel like getting my hands dirty today, but it's so relaxing, and I just kind of slip off into a zone of thinking about relaxing things or thinking about life and family, and I just really love this. My daughter was she's 12, and she was having a sleepover last weekend. One of her friends was here, and we had talked about having cinnamon rolls for breakfast the next morning. And I said, I was about to go do it by myself. And then I thought, you guys should help me. It would be really fun if you came into the kitchen with me to make the cinnamon roll dough. And I didn't know if they would go for it. They might think that was, silly at their age, but they got so into it. They had so much fun. They both really wanted to help. And my daughter kneaded the dough, and then her friend ended up doing the cinnamon filling, which we'll do in a little while after this has time to rise. But I just hope that, that's such a memory for them, and I hope that they'll continue making things homemade the rest of their lives. But if not, at least they got to try it, and I think it's a unique experience to make a yeast bread or dough, because there's kind of a tension in the dough, and it's just fun to work with. So I hope you have fun with this too. Okay, so we're done kneading. I'm gonna just cover it with a tea towel. You can also cover it with plastic wrap. That works just as well. And just put it anywhere for an hour. I like to just keep mine kind of in this area because the sun hits over here to keep it warm. But you know, don't overthink it. It's, unless your house is like 60 degrees, like it's not gonna not rise. It's gonna rise. You gotta believe in yourself. So we'll sit this here for an hour and then I'll be back to do the next step. Okay, it's now been an hour. This has gotten nice and risen, super soft. So we're going to make the filling now. This is the fun part. It's just 3 ingredients, and then we'll roll this out and make the classic cinnamon roll shape. So easy. Okay, I'm gonna get a bowl and put another 1/3 cup of butter. This one has been softened now because I just have had it sitting out this whole time. And then I'm gonna use 3/4 cup of brown sugar. And then just 2 tablespoons of ground cinnamon. That butter ended up being less softened than I anticipated, so I just zapped it in the microwave for like 8 seconds. And now I will proceed to fully mix it together. Now for the best part, I'm gonna put just a little bit of flour on the countertop where I have some space to roll this out. It doesn't take a huge amount of space. You're just gonna make kind of a small rectangle. So put a little bit of flour and then put that dough that's risen. Oh my gosh, listen to that. I love listening to baking. I love all the little noises. Okay, plop that there, and then either with a rolling pin or just with your hands, we want to make like a decent size rectangle, but don't roll it too thin because we want it to make nice big cinnamon rolls, not little tiny flimsy ones. So I just kind of moved it into a rectangle by hand. And the dough is about maybe 1/2 inch thick. I'm not super precise about it, but you don't want to roll it too thin again because it's just gonna be better to cut them into nice big rolls if you don't make it too thin. Okay, so once that's done, you just are gonna put your filling that you just made all over the top of that rectangle. And it smells amazing already. Okay, at this point, you're just gonna wanna spray your pan. I use a glass casserole dish. I feel like this makes the most even cinnamon rolls without the bottoms burning. So I always use that, and I just put some nonstick spray on it. So starting at the long side, we're just gonna roll this up, and it's gonna just be one long roll. We want 12 rolls in this casserole dish, 3 by 4. So we're gonna roll it up like this. And then what I always do after I get it rolled up like that is I kind of just squish it back together a little bit because it gets maybe too big in the rolling process. So I just get it into a nice roll where I'm gonna be able to cut it into 12 equal parts, which I'll show you how I'm gonna do. But it should look about like that. Now I'll get a sharp knife and cut it right down the middle. And then each of those also in half. So that you have 4 pieces, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then each of those 4 pieces I'll cut into 3 rolls. And you want it to, when you do that filling, we want to try to get it all the way to the edges of the outside so that each roll has the same amount of the cinnamon mixture. Okay, so I just cut them like that. And then when I put them in the pan, you'll see that beautiful roll shape. You can see the swirl. You know, you can put whichever side up. But for those edge pieces where it's like the edge on that side, I just kind of open them a little bit and put them in. So that is the roll part of the cinnamon rolls. It's so fun. It's so satisfying to have these beautiful pastries. And what we'll do now, you can do two things. I am baking these today, so I'm gonna cover these again for 30 minutes with my tea towel. You can use plastic wrap, and I'm gonna let these sit for another half hour. What I typically do, because I like to bake them first thing in the morning, like for breakfast. So what I'll typically do is I'll do up to this point the night before. So I'll start around, you know, maybe 6 o'clock in the evening, do the first rise, do this before we go to bed. And I'll cover them with plastic wrap so they're nice and tight and put them in the refrigerator overnight. If you do that, you don't have to do that second rise like what I'm doing right now in the room temperature, because they'll rise overnight for that longer amount of time in the fridge. If you do that, just get them out of your fridge in the morning, like when you get up, let them sit for just a minute so the pan is not freezing when it goes in the oven, and then you'll go ahead and bake as normal after that. But since I'm having these today, I'm gonna just let them sit there for 30 minutes and then I'll be back then and I'll show you how I put them in the oven, make the icing, and then we'll see how they are. About 30 minutes have passed. I am now going to preheat the oven. I actually could have started this sooner. My oven is a little bit old, so it takes a little minute to preheat. But I'm gonna do 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And then once that's done, I'll just put the cinnamon rolls in. But in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and make the icing. Normally when you're baking like cakes or cookies, you wanna let everything totally cool before you put icing on. But with cinnamon rolls, you wanna be able to put it on right away after they come out of the oven. So I like to go ahead and have it ready because it just helps really make it nice and sticky and cinnamon rolly. And it's gonna be super delicious that way. The icing is just more butter. I used about 4 or 5 tablespoons of softened butter for this, and then about 2 cups of powdered sugar. It condenses down after you put the cream in, but about 2 cups of powdered sugar, maybe a teaspoon or 2 of vanilla extract, and then just enough heavy cream or milk. You just barely want to use any because it doesn't take much at all, but just enough to make it a nice icing consistency. This is really thick and delicious. It's gonna melt down onto the cinnamon rolls. It's not gonna stay that thick unless you let them cool off and then put it on, but I like it to be about that consistency. And then when the cinnamon rolls come out of the oven, we'll just put that right on. Cinnamon rolls are now out of the oven. They cooked for about 25 minutes, but keep an eye on them because I think it varies a lot with your oven. My oven is older. It's like the only appliance we haven't replaced in this house. And so it can vary by about 10 minutes, honestly, every time I cook them. So I just keep an eye, but you know, about 15 to 30 minutes is gonna be how long these need to cook. They're so beautiful, and let's just put the icing on now. Okay, you saw how easy those were to make. These have a special place in my heart because I just think they're so simple, but they're like the ultimate comfort food, and cinnamon creates memories. And so if you make these, you will just go from having like a basic cozy life to having like a holistic, full home, full body, cozy life. Your kids will have memories of these. Everyone who comes to your home will have memories of these. And I love to make these on special occasions like Christmas morning. You know, I have them the night before, bake them in the morning, or when people are here to visit, especially like in the mornings. But really anytime. I just think like they're my favorite recipe to kind of pull out when I want something that is really going to warm the heart. And they're so delicious. Like nothing can compare to a cinnamon roll. So all that's left to do now is make some black coffee and try one. Before my kids run down the stairs and devour these, let's just try them and make sure, you know, they're good. Got some coffee. I love plain black coffee with cinnamon rolls. I usually put sugar or some kind of cream in my coffee, but with the cinnamon roll, I just think the black coffee by itself is perfect. Just look at that. You're gonna get to eat this. It's so delicious. But let's make sure. Oh my gosh, the filling is so gooey. And the icing is so beautiful and creamy. And you can just see like the way that yeast, you know, fluffed up. Oh my gosh. It smells, this has to be what heaven smells like. I never get sick of these. I make these like pretty often. They're so perfect. The yeast is so perfect. They're still hot. I don't wait for these to cool off at all. Like I'll eat them right out of the oven, piping hot. They're so good. They're so good. That's all I need. It's perfect. You got this. You can totally make these. You're gonna love them. Let me know in the comments how it goes. Do not be afraid to cook and bake with yeast. It's so much easier than people make it look. It's so simple. It's just an ingredient. You don't have to be afraid of it. And once you pull these out of the oven and bite into them, you will be really glad you did. All right, make sure you're subscribed for more videos every week. And thanks so much for joining me this time. Bye.